Hi there guys, it's Adam Martin here, and welcome back to another video, and it's that time again. We've got another collection unboxing. This time it's Season 20's turn to get the treatment on Blu-ray. This has been a long time coming. I know a lot of Doctor Who fans have been super excited for this one, as of I have been as well. Like, such a monumental season for several reasons. We're going to unbox this thing, we're going to review it, we're going to take a look at what's inside. Before we do that, please remember to leave a like on the video, subscribe to AMTV Who as well if you like your Doctor Who stuff, because I certainly do, and I want to share that love with you guys, so do subscribe. But anyway, let's get into Season 20. So, like all the classic seasons, when they come to Blu-ray, they're released in this lovely limited edition packaging here that's presented in this lovely box set with some fantastic artwork by the marvellous, as always, Lee Binding. Some of you may not know, we did an interview with Lee Binding on the main AMTV channel some years ago now. That was a fantastic insight into his work as an artist, so I highly recommend that you check that out. But he's knocked it out of the park once again. You've got Peter Davison as the 5th Doctor, front and centre, holding up that crystal that he uses in... It's in Snake Dance, isn't it? I believe, if I've got my memories right, or I could be wrong. I always like how the Doctors hold like a bit of iconography from the respective season that is coming out. I think that's a lovely little touch. I love like the blue and pink shadings as well around him. There's just something really nice about that. And as always, below the Doctor, we have a selection of the monsters that feature in this season, and they certainly do feature. So you've got, I can see Omega there, I can see the Master, I can see Mordrin, I can see a Dalek, specifically from the 5 Doctors. Same with the Cybermen, I can see those as well. Just a really, and of course the Mara from Snake Dance, can't forget the Mara. Just a lovely cacophony of creatures there from Season 20. Just looking at the front as well, you'll notice this is 9 discs, a 9-disc release. This makes it one of the biggest collection box sets that we have actually had up until this point, so that is absolutely huge. And it's rated 12. And when you spin it on its side, look at this thing. This is a chunky beast. You can absolutely see this is jam-packed. Like, the spine is so thick. It's actually, it might be the biggest spine in the entire collection range in terms of the limited editions for sure. So yeah, very big spine that's going to take up a fair chunk of space on your shelf there. But let's flip it on over to the back. And it says, continue your Doctor Who archive with the Ultimate Collector's Set. And the stories featured in this set are as follows: Arc of Infinity, Snake Dance, Mordrin Undead, Terminus, Enlightenment, The King's Demons, and the 5 Doctors, which it notes is the 20th anniversary special. And oh boy, we're going to delve into the 5 Doctors in just a sec. It says all 7 classic stories newly restored for Blu-ray and packed with extra material, including, and this is just mainly the new stuff, so you've got the 5 Doctors 40th anniversary restoration. Oh, this has got a lot of people excited for sure. We're going to delve into that in just a little bit. The brand new updated special effects, so you get those for Snake Dance and Enlightenment. You get documentaries, so new making of documentaries. They didn't always have the budget or time to do them when the DVDs came out, so now we're finally getting exclusive Blu-ray documentaries for Arc of Infinity and The King's Demons, which is great. You have Look Who's Driving, a European road trip adventure with Peter Davison, Janet Fielding, and Sarah Sutton, who might just be the greatest trio of people ever. They're just so fun to watch. I love their chemistry as people, not just as actors. And brand new featurettes, including a new interview with Martin Clunes, who of course had a very early role in his career on Doctor Who in Snake Dance. And you have the In Conversation series with Matthew Sweet there, and he's chatting to Janet Fielding and Sarah Sutton. I'm sure those will be great. Behind the Sofa isn't advertised on here, but I'm pretty sure it will feature. That is a standard thing of these Blu-ray sets. It does say each disc also features extensive special features previously released on DVD, such as making ofs, featurettes, audio commentaries, info text, isolated music, and more. And you can see it stars this season Peter Davison with Janet Fielding, Sarah Sutton, and Mark Strickson, who of course joins halfway through as Turlo. So lots of content to be had on here. When you take it out of its little sleeve here, you can see Lee's artwork in full glory on the front there. Absolutely marvellous stuff. On the back as well, look at that, man. Some ace artwork there of the Black Guardian, who of course is the villain of his very own trilogy in this season. And he looks absolutely like menacing. I love the like evil glints in his eyes. The reds and the greens contrast lovely with the Doctor's pinks and blues on the front. You've got the TARDIS there and the ships from Enlightenment. It's just, that is a stunning piece of artwork. Probably one of my favourites of this entire range, if I'm being honest with you. So let's open this up. What do you get inside? Well, let's take a look at the discs first. As mentioned, this is a 9-disc set. There's a lot to get through. So disc 1 is Arc of Infinity. Disc 2 is Snake Dance. Disc 3 is Mordrin Undead. Disc 4 is Terminus. Disc 5 is Enlightenment. Disc 6 is The King's Demons. And then disc 7 is the Five Doctors. This is the original version from 1983. Disc 8 is the 40th anniversary edition. This is the new version of the Five Doctors. And then it says Disc 9 is the Five Doctors Special Edition. Now, for anyone who doesn't know what that is, this is the version that was made in 1995 with, at the time, updated graphics, special effects, music, etc. It's the version that was present on the first DVD release in 1999. It also appeared on the 2008 DVD release. So that's what it means by the Special Edition. So you have the 1983 version, the original transmission. You have the 1995 version, the first attempt at a Special Edition. And now you have the 40th anniversary edition. So three versions of the Five Doctors on one lovely box set. On the left-hand side here, you can see again another lovely piece of artwork. This is from the Five Doctors itself, featuring Doctors 1, 2, 3, and 5. You should, well, Tom Baker is there as well. Look, he's in that little shard, trapped in his time eddy there. They're all standing in the Dark Tower, as it were. Lovely piece of artwork there. So when you open it up, first of all, you get that artwork from the back of the Fifth Doctor with his three companions this season, as well as Chameleon. Oh, poor old Chameleon. Can't forget Chameleon, can we? And then opening it up as well. As always with these box sets, you get a lovely image of the TARDIS. And look at it with all these orange hues. There's the chess set there. That just looks magnificent, if you ask me. Really like the visual aesthetics of that. You got the toolkit at the bottom there. They've used the TARDIS during Season 20. Obviously, it got updated in the Five Doctors, but I think that makes sense, considering this look of the TARDIS was used for the majority of the season. That makes sense to me. So, dear viewer, what do you get inside? Well, first of all, you get the little merchandise booklets. These are always fun to look at. Obviously, they're advertising the Fifth Doctor, his adventures on Big Finish, more than 100 of them, actually. You've also got the Doctor's adventures in comic form there, the various video games, Edge of Time, Edge of Reality, and The Lonely Assassins. You've got the audio readings of the Target novelizations of Season 20 there. Nice to have those advertised. You can get them on CD or download. Some vinyl, various Fourth Doctor box sets released on vinyl, the Doomsday vinyl as part of that series, the upcoming novelization of The Evil of the Daleks done by Fraser Hines, Jamie himself, the Escape Room game, A Dalek Awakens, you've got the Origin Stories book, of course Doctor Who magazine, the Essential Companion, and the TARDIS set from Forbidden Planet, which actually looks quite good, but 13 pins for £100, that seems quite a lot, if you ask me. So, yeah, various merchandise, we all know that. But let's get to the meat and the potatoes. Here is the booklet of the Season 20 box set here, featuring that artwork again from the back of the box. 20 years of a Time Lord, it says. And as always, you get like little blurbs at the beginning about the season itself, where the show was at the time, what sort of state it was in, and then the breakdown of the discs. So let's go through these. So Arc of Infinity here, you're getting all the usual stuff that was imported from the DVD there. You're obviously getting a making of documentary, which is exclusive to this set. Behind the Sofa is here as advertised. So you've got, this is all, who are the teams this time? So you've got Peter Davison, Janet Fielding, and Sarah Sutton, of course. You've got Mark Strickson, Katie Manning, and Sophie Aldred. And then you've got Colin Baker and Sylvester McCoy. Lovely stuff. Love those featurettes behind the sofa. You've got deleted scenes. Lots of really cool stuff here. You can see a breakdown fully there. Lots of treats from the BBC archive as well with these sets, which I love. On Snake Dance as well, like updated special effects, which is new for Blu-ray as well. On this disc in particular is the little short film they made to advertise this season, as they always make, The Passenger, this one's called. Lots more BBC archive treats in there as well. Mordred Undead, that's got a bunch of stuff in it as well, a lot of it from the DVD. Convention footage, for example, lots of stuff there. Then you've got Terminus, which is the story where Nyssa leaves. We all love Nyssa, don't we? You've got Enlightenment there, which has updated special effects, new updated special effects as well, which is really exciting. Lots of more archive treats too. The King's Demons, which now finally has its own making of documentary, which I'm really happy about. Just gives it a sense of completion. You know, lots of stuff about the Longleat celebrations that happened back in 1983 for the 20th anniversary there, which is great. The Five Doctors now, as we said, Disc 7 has the original transmitted version. It's got 2 different audio commentaries, an audio archive, studio recordings, honestly, so much content. Disc 8 has the 40th anniversary edition, which is brand new for this box set, as I said, as well as more convention footage as well. Disc 9 has the 1995 version, and with those new documentaries, Look Who's Driving, and also Let's Go Dutch, which has Mark Strickson takes Peter, Janet, and Sarah back to Amsterdam, which will be really fun. So honestly, jam-packed. These discs are jam-packed, full to the brim. This might be, I haven't done like an actual breakdown of this, but this could very well be the biggest Doctor Who collection box set we've ever had in terms of content, which is very exciting as a prospect. So season 20 as a whole then, what do I think about this? Well, I've always said season 20 when I first watched it growing up, I think it didn't really click with me at first. You know, what was meant to be touted as, you know, this anniversary season, a season where there's always going to be a returning element in each story, you know. I don't think in my mind, again, I was growing up, I was a kid, a teenager, whatever, but I don't think it quite lived up to my expectations at the time. I did rewatch them a few years ago during the lockdowns, actually, most of season 20, and a lot of it actually surprised me. Arc of Infinity, for example, I actually really enjoyed that, love a bit of Time Lord lore in there, the Amsterdam stuff is great, Omega returning, really solid stuff. Snake Dance is an admirable sequel to Kinder, absolutely, featuring the Mara returning. I do think I prefer Kinder a little bit more. Then you have the Black Guardian trilogy, which I think was a great concept. Did I enjoy all of it? Maybe not necessarily. Mordred Undead, obviously great to see Nicholas Courtney back as the Brigadier, the returning element there. He's always on form. Yeah, nice to get the ball rolling. Terminus, part 1 of Terminus is fantastic. I'll always state that. Sort of falls apart a bit throughout the rest of it, but the departure scene we get with Nis is quite nice. And then in Enlightenment, again, really intriguing concept. I don't think I love it as much as other people love it. Maybe I need to give the whole trilogy another rewatch just to see if my opinions change on that one. But very cool stuff with like the model ships and stuff. I really love those sequences. Yeah, an interesting trilogy, for sure. One of the most interesting ones I think Doctor Who put out in its classic era. Then you have The King's Demons, which, as season finale goes, and, you know, I know they didn't really go for season finales much back then, but it's just a bit lackluster, you know, it's only 2 parts, it all sort of rushes through, you've got the Master and Chameleon, there's a lot going on in not a lot of time, it just sort of feels a bit flat, which isn't necessarily its own fault. But yeah, I'm really excited for the making of documentary though. And then the 5 Doctors. I mean, what can I say about the 5 Doctors? It was one of the first stories I ever tuned into for Classic Who. Love the concept, love all the Doctors together, all the companions. Even though it's 90 minutes and, you know, they try and do a lot, they try and cram a lot in there, I still think it's a great watch. It moves at a really nice pace. Terrence Dicks, of course, the author and master of, like, packing things into, like, a concise package there. Yeah, really love that story. That'll always have a special place in my heart. So you might think from those story breakdowns I might not have been as excited for Season 20 on Blu-ray, but I always say with these sets, even if it's the seasons I'm not as fond of, I always like rewatching through them just so I can give myself my own reevaluation, you know, my own reappraisal of some of these stories. So rest assured I will go through some of these, and my opinions of them will hopefully change for the better. But I mean, you just gotta love all the content that's packed on here. Like, I love all the behind the scenes stuff, behind the sofa, like the reaction stuff, all the BBC archive treats like continuity, news footage, convention footage. Like, these are always made with such a labour of love, and I'm thrilled to say that the team behind these has knocked it out of the park once again. I can't wait to add it to the shelf, and I can't wait to see which season will be getting the Blu-ray treatment next. So in terms of where you can get it from, HMV is where I got mine. I believe you can get it from Amazon if you really want to, but you can get it from other places as well. I think Rare Waves is one, Zavi potentially. This is all UK, by the way. So you can pick it up in a few places. The price has gone up. It retails for about, I think this one was close, was it £55 this retailed for? And that could be for various factors. This is a bigger box set. Cost has gone up generally, like in all aspects of life, so maybe that's a reason. So if you've got the DVDs, and if you're not really fussed about, you know, an enhanced picture quality, I know they say for stuff filmed on videotape, the enhancements might not be as great as those made to film, but, you know, if you want all that extra content, that behind-the-scenes stuff, those documentaries that we all love, then it's an absolutely essential purchase. Also, it will save you a little bit of space on your shelf compared to the DVDs. But yeah, let me know. That's all for this video. Let me know if you're going to pick up Season 20 on Blu-ray. Are you going to stick to your DVDs? Are you going to wait for the hopeful chance the standard edition might come out in simpler packaging? Let me know your thoughts on this. Let me know what your favourite Season 20 stories is, your memories of it as well. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to AMTV Who if you're brand new here with us. And until the next time, I'll see you for another trip in the TARDIS.